Uhuru, all protocols observed. I'm also uduto ni okwe uru. Okwe uru. Kapo kaloso, toda hero ni mondo introduce. Anan go wadwa manaluwo. Wadwa manaluwo, niluongo no sewe. Osewe nenigi not nindo to ne ga jaode odwa mana no mosuda kachiel. 1 minute.
Okay. To His Excellency the President, Mama Ida, and everybody, Nyinga Entabu Osewe and Jakom Adiambo Emanelu Ojaoda. I'm also the area MCA. So I'll take this opportunity to welcome you all here because this is my ward. To Mama Ida, Ohula, Omuomowa, Takwa Imama Minpin, Nikikiwe Ohulani, Odhikodwa. Ne Dr. Buru, ne Dr. Wenwa, Beryl, Adhiambo, and the entire Odinga family, let us keep together as always. To Raila's 3 children, we are not only proud of you, but we love you very much and we expect to see Baba in you. You are Amola, you are eating Kionge Toji Openja, Konge Toji Chala, you are eating Kionge Toji Ocha. Mayora Mola, you are eating Kionge to Jogi Kinya. Joey. Thank you very much, everybody.
I'm also, many of you here never knew that I have a right hand. My right hand is here today. Anbe nakendo ga yoga nakuja. We mono mosu di chiel, then manera ila mano miyago. Just 1 minute. Just a point of mass. Let's stop.
Okay. Jambo. I'm pleased to be here with special greetings from Ghana and from the Buzia family and the royal family of Winchi to the great man who is lying down there. And I'm so pleased to be here, a man who stood for justice for the whole of Africa. So I'm so pleased and honored to be part and parcel of this process, saying a farewell to one of our finest and greatest. He was a fine person with a finer mission and the finest vision for our continent. That's why we're all here today, and I'm also here with the family. Thank you.
Sankara, Raila Odinga, Buzia, Joey. Thank you.
My water Martin, Achakena Gola was my third born brother.
Alongoni Papa Patron, Anchogo Macho Go, Korago Imos, Winter. I go Imos, Aerocommano.
Thank you. You can go and sit.
You can sit.
Yeah.
You can sit down.
Yeah. I will delete and get back. Raila Molo Nyathiwa ninye no siepna. Ne kitwa chal. Othwon tathwon. Kono nuwa luor rekata. Samoro we are not take, tomare be take. Molo. Luo Wodoginga. Gimeri. Nyatemo totama. Baba Nyasaye no heri. Idhi Roginga wonu. Idhi Irmeri. Imos Gidute, Imos Tobias, Imos Albert. Imos Omuodo Galogo. Iwe Nise Chandria Hinya. Ichandrine Kenya to Kenya no Kanekata. What a dingy Chandrine Kenya. Itoki Chandrine Kenya. Daviwa. Kata kamano. Joey. Imichame Mari. Modong Kirigen. Alwog imichame Mari. Modong Kirigen. Sakwa wawinja malid. Sakwa lo. Lo jajuok. Yawa sakwa nyolurulo. Lo nyolurulo. Lo jajuok. Who used to be my youth. We went to Massey Ferguson and told them we wanted to test their tinga. They gave us the tinga. We went and got him as he was entering Nakuru and took him up to Stem Hotel with the Massey Ferguson tinga. I have been there. In 1982, some of you don't know, you only see me in this siyasa. I'm the fan of the first women who was said that I was with my brother as he was picked to go to detention. I was forced by the society to be one of the first women exilees. I went living in Uganda, Tanzania, and ended up in Zimbabwe. When my brother was supposed to be taken back to detention in 1990, he was asked where he wanted to go. He said, I'm going to Norway to my sister. Raila became a refugee in Norway, staying with me, Ruth Odinga. I'm just saying this to show you that this was a stoic man. The family has suffered because he sacrificed himself. Some of you are looking here, you don't know what Mama Ida has gone through. I used to know, I stayed with her. Being alone without your husband for all those years, the 9 years, and these people were mentioning. Some of these men, my fellow colleagues, even MPs here, to hear just about a cell, I was saying, you know, Raila don't go to Yedonga Jela, he got quiet to Donga Jela, he got shell, Ario, Nako Chico, Monodichuo, Hogdito, or Tuan Kosoko, or Tuan Kosoko Tuan, or Chanda Kenya Kosoko Chanda Kenya. Nyakamane koro mogikni. Raila toka pod yiwago mana Kenya. Anyo go kodwa mbaka. Anyo oro jogi ma wacho ni mondo nyiewna ticket. Ago ero kamano ne joma ne nigi Raila out to last minute. Jomoko goga joma ni around Raila. To mage nyithind Raila. Sala njiwe wakani salo case. Ne vedo ki Raila kamona mora. Ago nero kamano. Ago kairo kamano. Ne ogeta. Maurice. Ogeta Maurice walo analuongera ni ground and ground. Nyocha nyise ni ogeta. Saniti ne izo chopa iwa ground. Chiengni duoge yuda ground. Ogeta kiwanyi neno. Gi Dr. Lunya. Gi wini nyaka wuor. Gaviango. Onge gima teki neno ngama tuon ka Raila ka koro nindo pinjo kama okika wondu onge gima tek. Datego nindo. Wako ni koro baba zigi kwe. Okno yotnwa. Doturwa. Anamor. Natnyuchul bungan laktar ma kodiga. Ane laktar ma thiedho ji te chakre Dr. Burma wado manikani. Nyamera moni chanan go India. Iluongo ni Beri la chieng. Podo tuo ko nya chop. To nyamera kane tuo to monya ya to openyen be sefen de laktar. Kanyo dhi Monda dia bed kode kaka laktar. Ana wana neno kaka Raila Odinga to. Latiwa digi kwe. And what you said about our party must remain. You told me that at 8 in the evening, the day before you passed on in the morning. It was only a weak party. We must be united. ODM must be united. And it must be strong. And if it is not strong, if it is not strong, ODM! 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 ODM must unite. We cannot have the ODM in Guinea-Wuko, another ODM being led by some other people, another ODM being led by the few. ODM belongs to all of us. Some of you who want to take it now don't even know how we started ODM. How we started ODM. ODM in Mala. And we are going with a strong, united, one ODM. That's why I want to make more.
I now want to take this opportunity to invite my sister Wenwa Akinyi Odinyi Odinga Oranga is a long name, Sudodi. Ma'am, where are you?
Thank you. Thank you, Your Excellency, and all protocol observed. Joturwa, and when wakinyi, manda menowa, and when wakinyi, manda menowad gakinyi, usevi joganyeng no, usevi joganyeng manowad gakinyi, ani akinyi no, kora dwa introduce, ane maduong, kuom nyidawuoye manotelo, oburu ne duong, kae Raila, kae Agola, rokuom nyiri ane maduong. Omio entija, it is my responsibility to introduce the other Jaramogi's daughters. I'm here, they are here.
All protocols observed. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, and Your Excellency, former President of Kenya, Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta, my sister-in-law, Canon Dr. Aida Odinga, and the all distinguished guests. Oginga, I'm a County Chief Officer, Public Service Administration, County Government of Mombasa. So I would wish just to say that we've been students of the late. He was a brother, he was a mentor, he was a supporter. He's someone who encouraged me to realize my potential. So in losing him today, I've not just lost a brother, but I've lost a strong support system. Our father died when we were young, and our brothers took over. So today, I feel bereaved twice. So for all of us who are his students, it's upon us to make sure that our spine is strong. We implement all that he's taught us. Long live the king and long live the crown. The king has gone, but the crown is still there. Jaramogi family will fight on. We'll stand strong, and we will prove that the genes are very strong. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll ride on the protocol already observed. I will not talk, but I will just clarify on my name, because when I was reading the eulogy, I didn't make it clear. My name is Emily Anyango Oginga, and I'm a sister to the late Honorable Raila Odinga. I'll just say sorry. Sorry to the whole world. Sorry to Kenya. Sorry to the Luo. Erokamano. Long live Baba. Go well, Jakawur. Erokamano.
So I also have my people here, my children. Let them introduce themselves.
Aya, kwa majina naitwa Jaramogi Orango. Kama ningekuwa najua ati nitaongea, ningeenda niulize Uhuru anisaidie na ile uji alikunywa na Raila. Juu sasa siwezi simama hapa niseme ati naogopa kuongelesha nyinyi wote. Kusema ukweli, niko na jasho, natoa jasho ingine mbaya sana hapa juu. Lakini kama ningesema hapana, mjue hata mimi mamangu wako hapa na hata mimi nataka kuishi hadi 80. Mimi nataka kufika 80, na kama nimesema ati sitaki kuongea, hata mimi mngeniweka tu pale tu. So mimi nataka tu kusema kuna tu mmoja unajua Raila ni mtu, labda ulikuwa unampenda ama uko unampendi, lakini ni lazima ulikuwa unamheshimu. Hivi tu vile tunapendanga kupinga serikali, unajua ni huyu mtu ndio alituletea hiyo, he gave us that ability to do that. Na sitaki kusikia ati uni mtu sijui alikuwa anapenda ukabila ama sijui nini. Kuna kitu kama hiyo. So napenda tu kusema asante kwa baba, na nataka ku pass my condolences kwa Auntie Aida na kila mtu mwingine. Asanteni sana kwa kukuja na kwa kunikusikiza. Asante.
Thank you. Then there's my daughter Miriam. Let her introduce herself, but she's awesome.
So poleni sana kama familia na wananchi. Asanteni. I'm singing. All right. Hallelujah. 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 I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. You don't really care for music, do ya? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor chord, and the major lift. Baffled king composing hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Rest in peace, Baba. Asanteni sana.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so now I'll have to say something. By the way, this is the most difficult eulogy, Eliete. Actually, for the first time, I'm in Jokatekna. My father used to call Oburu Word Komolo Ondugu, and he used to call Raila Word Luo. So then quickly the names changed to Wodi and Aluo. So me, I grew up knowing Raila as Aluo. Oburu was mostly away in school in South Nyanza. He didn't spend much time with us, but Raila would be left to look after us, to cook for us whenever my mother was away. And then Oburu said the other day that Raila liked news, even from the time he was a little child. Let me tell you, whenever he was left to look after us, and he's going to cook and it's news time, he would put me there to listen to news and then tell him later what had been said. Can you imagine? I'm supposed to listen to the radio, to the news, and when he comes, I'm supposed to tell him what was said in news. I was not more than 6 years old, I'm sure. I would hear the name of the newscaster. He was called Cosmas Bala, or what they call Work. And then I used to hear the name Accra, Ghana. And then I used to hear an advertisement, Vaseline hair tonic. But my English was poor. So when he came, I would only tell him those things. But then I would say, Vaseline hair tonic instead of Vaseline hair tonic. And then Oburu will tell you maybe how Raila was strong-headed. In school, there was a rule that when you are caned by the teacher, you were supposed to get up, salute, and say, thank you, teacher, which he refused to do. Every time he would get up, walk away, saying things about the teacher, maybe just mumbling, and the teacher would call him back, cane him again, until the teacher gave up. Maybe Oburu will tell you more. Then, so Raila was a very, very disciplined. Staying in his house was a nightmare. He would wake us up at 4 a.m. No matter what time he went to sleep, there would be a commotion. He's already going to take his morning jog and maybe take the dog also for jogging. And then by 6 a.m. he's ready to leave for work. He was working at the Kenya Bureau Standards. So when you're working under him, you could not be late, because if your boss is already there after just at 6 o'clock, you cannot even lie that you are there on time. And he introduced an attendance register. I mean, you had to clock in. You had to clock in, and he knew exactly what time you had come. So the third one, the fourth one. Sorry. Then let me say that as a family, I know most of you won't believe it, but we also used to have our differences. We have, even now, we have our differences, and we can have very hot arguments. Raila and I, sometimes we used to have very hot arguments. You'll see that when he's telling us, he's trying to explain some of even his political moves, he'll be looking at me, because he knows me, I would not spare him. I used to tell him whether he wanted to hear it or not. So one time he came to my house, and then we were having a hot argument until my maid thought we were going to exchange fists. And he went to the toilet. I could hear him, go walk about the red, which going back to the cat, adagi. I've refused nimekata adagi. And then you can't believe it. That the following day, we were talking on the phone, laughing as if nothing had happened. That's the way he was. He was forgiving. So what I want to say is, because I know the overwhelming love that Raila was received, many, he is very happy. But Raila, because he was so compassionate, I'm sure the only thing that is making him unhappy is that some of the people who came to receive him back got hurt by our security organs. I know you are supposed to be peaceful, but even our security organs, surely, you are well trained. You should be able to control a rowdy crowd without killing them, without shooting, without hurting them. So as Raila's tribute and respect for Raila, let that be the last time that such a thing happens. I think that would be a befitting remembrance for Raila. Let me just say that there are a few people, Ogeta, Morris, your father, you were behind him, even at the last minute, the last talk, the last jogging, the last step he took, you were behind him. Winnie Chogo, thank you very much for being with your dad when he was sick. As for Adhiambo Nyakamami, Ruth, I don't know what to tell you. You know, we planned with you together that you should rush to India and take care of Raila, and you are updating me every day, several times a day, and even that last day, when you told me he had collapsed, you kept on calling me. I was the first person you called until the last minute when you called, and now you are just crying. You did not talk, you are crying. So the two of us, we just wept. We wept for the second last son of our mother, Mary. Now, Workomolo Ndugu, Oburu, you have been guiding us very well as a father. Please, I know that is your best friend and he has gone, but you please continue keeping us together as a family. Mama Ida, you are a strong lady and you have a beautiful family. Please continue putting us all together. I think that Odonga Tieko. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, my sister. I now want to take this opportunity to invite Taurei, who is the son of my sister Achieng, and Achieng is not able to come because she is a bit indisposed, and she is bringing her condolences through her son to Taurei to tell you one or two things. Taurei, please.
Hello, Your Excellency, fellow dignitaries, my family and friends. I'm here representing Beryl Odinga. I'm her son, her last born. Other daughters couldn't make it at the moment, but we're here representing her. I'd just like to tell you all that Baba was Mom's best friend. He really cared about her, saw her through thick and thin, and even right now, I'm married to someone from the game. She's back there, her name is Brenda, and Baba contributed heavily to our marriage. To this day, you can still hear him telling us the same things over and over. Your marriage is the strongest thing that you have in this life. And I just want to thank him for that and everything that he contributed towards our family. Thank you.
All protocols observed, I would now want to say a few words about my brother Raila. I want to tell the mourners today that I have lost my best friend in life. I will never have any other friend like Raila. And it is with heavy heart that I stand before you to mourn him, and I really feel like not saying anything because my best friend is gone. I would like to tell you people just a little bit about Raila. I cannot say it because it is too much. I cannot tell you. It can take the whole day. But I want to tell you that from childhood, Raila was a very, very caring boy. But he was also very principled. If he felt that he was being misused, he refused. For instance, one time, my father used to live in Kisumu, and we were living with my brother Raila in Nyamira here. And we used to go to Maranda school every morning in the dews before we reached school. We reached school when we were very wet. And one day, because my father used to come back home here every weekend, And when he came back that weekend, he expected us to be picking cotton, because this area used to be a cotton growing area. And all of us had woken up so early to go and pick cotton, because Mzee was very strict. Everybody had to go and pick cotton. But Raila was still sleeping. So when Mzee asked him why he is not picking cotton, he told Mzee, Baba, don't you know it is very difficult to pick cotton? Why don't you also try to pick it? And Mzee was not amused. So Mzee disciplined him a little for that statement. Again, the other time, my mother was going for a funeral to Alego. And he went to school and asked permission so that we could look after our siblings, the children, who are my sister Akinyi, who has just spoken here, and the other Achieng, whose son has spoken here. Those were still small kids. So when we missed school for one day, the next day when we went to school, the same teacher gave us a lot of beatings, why we missed class. But my mother was not amused. So my mother went there to quarrel. But before then, when this teacher was disciplining us in class, he expected us to salute him. After he has given you the beating, you do the saluting. But Raila refused to salute the teacher. So the teacher was not amused. The teacher called him, come again for another beating. He came back, and again the teacher gave him another beating. He refused to salute. The third time, when the teacher gave him the last beating, he told the teacher that you are caning me for nothing, and my mother asked you for permission. So don't cane me again. And I can tell you that my brother also liked school. He liked school and he never missed school. Unlike my other brother, Agola, who did not enjoy school very much, but whenever my father put him to discipline, he went to school and studied, and that time he becomes number one. So can you imagine somebody who is a bottom and next term he is number one? And Raila was always number one in class during those days. And Raila loved sport so much so that when we came back to Nyamira, we had a field where we were practicing jumping, we were practicing pole vault, we were practicing triple jump and other athletics. So Raila became a member of the management of the Athletics Association later, and he was a great lover of football. His team was called Arsenal. Raila was and he was also a patron of Gor Mahia. He also became a patron of Gor Mahia. And recently, you remember, when Kenya was participating in the football match for Africa, he was with His Excellency the President at Kasarani Stadium to cheer. And whenever they were there with His Excellency, Kenya team won. It is only the day when His Excellency missed the football and Raila also missed the football that the Kenya team lost. But, ladies and gentlemen, over mango trees, and Raila fell down, and I had to carry him on my back, and other people were laughing at me, saying that, oh, I know Raila, wewe umeumia, Raila angeumia, right? But there it was, and the other one was in Germany. He met that accident. But I tell you, one day, when 1982, when there was an attempted coup, and my brother was arrested and charged with treason, I tell you, that was another very, very sad moment for us. I went to see my brother at committee prisons, and when he was in the black uniform, which is only for people who are in the death row. And I saw him in that uniform and I cried. He was laughing and telling me, this is nothing, all this will go. I told him, how will it go and you are on the death row? I was really shaken when I saw him in that type of uniform. But Raila was so brave. When he braved it and he never feared anything. Even if he saw police throwing tear gas and doing whatever, Raila would face it. He would face it head on. He would not go back. Even when some of us were so scared. Even when some of us were scared, Raila would go ahead and continue. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank these people. First, I would like to thank His Excellency the President, who has stood with us, and that Raila was sick. We were with him and Raila, and he is the one who organized the transport which flew Raila to India for treatment. I also want to tell you that the President kept a vigil and he always checked on Raila to know what was happening with him. The day Raila died, I first of all called him and told him he was in a very critical condition. I was told by my sister, Akinyi, that Adhiambo had called from India. So I called Adhiambo, and then within no time, wailing. I called the President again and informed him, and he was very sad. But he organized everything. All this arrangement would have been too heavy for the family. I don't know whether I would have not collapsed if this was placed on my shoulder to take care of this big crowd here. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you. I also want to thank the chairman of the National Funeral Committee, Professor Kithure Kindiki, who tirelessly worked and made sure that everything was organized and well arranged as it is now. I also want to thank the security. The security which did this, the army, all the armed forces, all these are under instructions of the President. Thank you again for all that you did to us. I also want to take this opportunity to thank Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, who led a team to collect the body of my brother Raila from India back here home, and he was accompanied by the ministers, Murkomen. Thank you very much, everybody who was in India to bring the body of Raila home. You did well. My special thanks go to Dr. David Olunya, who is a personal doctor of my brother, and he has been with him all through. He went to India, but he has been with him even earlier than that. They were together in Dubai. They were together at Nairobi Hospital. So thank you, David. Thank you for everything that you did. I also want to thank Ogeta. Ogeta is our relative, Enya Kewaka. He is the one who was taking care of Jacom up to the last moment when Jacom took his last breath. I also want to thank Jeff Oyer. I want to thank Winnie, particularly Winnie, the niece. Winnie is a very brave lady. She was there with Jacom when there was a session in Arusha where they were supposed to go for a session. I asked her, Winnie, are you not going? She told me, then she just pointed at the father and said, him. I'm not going because of him. I have to be with him. And that is before Raila went to India. And she was there from that date. She took care of her father, and she was very, very, I think she was very caring. She did everything that is humanly possible to do. Thank you, Winnie, for everything. And my sister, Ruth Adhiambo, who also bought a ticket and went to see Raila. She sought her own visa, and she went there, and she was with him up to the last minute. Thank you, my sister. Thank you very much. I also want to thank Okech Sala from Migori, who was very close to Raila. He had arranged all the tickets, and he was with Raila all through. Okech Sala, thank you very much. I want to thank the National Assembly Speaker, the members who also organized and went to collect Raila's body, Aaron Cheriot and Junet, Honorable Junet, though he did not go, but the majority leader in the National Assembly. And I also want to thank all the visitors who have come, and Your Excellency, the security which has been taking care of Raila. I would like to plead with you. They have done a great job. They have kept vigil, and they have been there for him all through. So, Your Excellency, please give them promotion 1 grade. Just 1 grade won't be too much. So, with those very many words, I would like to now say bye-bye to my brother, bye-bye my best friend, bye-bye my confidant, bye-bye my everything, my advisor. And I would want to ask God the Almighty to put your soul in peace, and please greet for us our people who went before you, my mother, Mary Odiogogi, who went before us, and all our siblings who are there, and all the great leaders who are your friends, like Julius Nyerere. Greet them all for us. Thank you. May God take care of you, because you are a good man. You are a good man and a truthful man. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, I want to take this opportunity to call the spouse of Raila Amolo Odinga. She became more or less a widow when Raila was detained. At that time, Raila was only 37 years old. And this lady was younger than that. And some of you are so hot, you could not have. No, now, as you come, I forgot to introduce my spouses. Dr. Ann Oburu, where are you? Dr. Ann. And Judy. Where is Judy? Thank you. Thank you. Dr. Ida Odinga, canon, who is a canon of our church, Anglican Church, and I would now ask her to come and address the gathering.
Sayun timbe mag bini osa kata lwen gergan kata richo butona magawe yoni Yesu emsalaba.
Nature. And even at a time like this, let's not forget our God is there and our God is still good. He'll never leave us. He'll never forsake us. I want to begin by thanking the people of Kenya, the people of Africa, and the citizens of the world who have joined to help me bury my husband, the father of my 4 children, Right Honorable Raila Odinga. I never imagined that this would fall on me to lead the family and the world in burying Raila. I hoped it would be the other way around. With pain, without lamentation, I accept the will of God. I want to thank the President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, and the government for going out to accord my husband, our father, Right Honorable Raila Odinga, such a dignified send-off. Indeed, in this part of the world, we've never seen something like this. We've never seen a dignified send-off like what we see here in Bondo. Mr. President, thank you very much for according Raila this kind of send-off. Mr. President, my family is grateful to you for being a man of his word and a man who stands with friends after committing yourself to do so. Thank you. I want to thank the leaders of Kenya. I was looking around and said, whose name do I mention? But all of you are being very close to Raila. When I look back, I see people who are very close to Raila as friends and colleagues in the life of Kenya. I want to thank specifically former President Uhuru Kenyatta. He's a true friend. He stood by us. Yes, thank you. I want to thank once again of leaders from Kenya and across the world who have taken their time to mourn with us and to mourn with the family. And for this kind thought, you have spared your time to be here today. I know there are many, many leaders from other parts of Africa. His best friend, Papa Olusegun Obasanjo. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much. He comes from Nigeria, for those of you who can remember. And if you remember, after Jaramogi's death, he was here and opened the museum. I would also want to thank Her Excellency, Mrs. Morgan Shangarai from Zimbabwe. Thank you very much for being with us. I know there are many others, and I'm going to write special letter to all others when the time comes, because I'm not able to mention them by word. Your words, your letters, your social media posts has gone a long way in lessening our pain and lifting our spirits. Thank you very much for that. Raila has been my husband for the last 52 years. Many of you who are here are younger than 52 years. You could easily have been our children. Like all the couples and families, we also had our ups and downs. But we've learned one thing, and that is we must talk straight to one another. We must forgive and move on. Now, juggling the family life and public lives exert extreme pressure and demands on us from time to time. I know most of the time we used to say Raila is more of public life, political life, than he is for family life. But every time he came, he gave us what we deserved. I remember he attends to each one of us individually according to our needs. And that is not only his children and grandchildren, but also to his brothers and sisters. When Oburu was here, he didn't emphasize. But I think the next person, after loving me, the other person that he loves, leave alone his children, is Dr. Oburu. Raila would not do anything without consulting with Dr. Oburu. And if you wanted to know more, and you wanted to get to know what he's going to do, you had, if you are clever, you talk to Dr. Oburu first to talk to him, so that he softened the way you to talk to him. Through all this, what remained unchanged was our commitment to each other. On our belief that he had seen through and vows, and we made each other at the start. It worked for us. It was through the tumultuous years of detention, years of exile, and decades of commitment to the people of Kenya and the people of Africa. The detention years and years in this exile tested our family in a way only the family can appreciate. It was not easy. But all the time, when he was away, either in detention or in exile, I knew he would always come back. This time, I'll have to join him wherever he has gone, because he'll never come back. But the spirit lives on. When I first met Raila, some 54 years ago, I didn't see his political side. I didn't see it coming either. He was not a politician in any form. I knew his father was, but him was different. And with my friends, then I was at the University of Nairobi, we were young, idealistic ladies who swore not to marry. We swore to marry calm, professional men, not those who give to the loudness of politics. I swore we had no time for the people who are doing political science, the lawyers, and so forth. We didn't know what was coming. In my group, and they know them, the group of the sisters were with at the University of Nairobi, people like Leo Duol, Gladys Okoth, Deborah Kiai, and so forth. You know you very, very well. Out of my group, I was the first one to marry. I married an engineer, demeanor, and reflective character. They all congratulated me because of that. Little did I know I was marrying a political engineer who would proceed to make engineering of Kenya his lifelong project. I didn't know. From the turn of events, I came to understand firsthand that they mean, I came to understand firsthand the meaning of still waters runs deep. He was a calm person, but as we lived, I realized he was a deep thinker of a different kind. From this turn of events, I come to understand firsthand that Raila was not just an ordinary engineer, but a political engineer. I evolved, adapted, and handled challenges that came my way, courtesy of being Raila Odinga's wife. And those challenges were many. I know if you are to ask the spouses of these politicians down here, they'll tell you the challenges are many and not easy to cope with. I learned that if you're a spouse or politician, inherit his friends, but don't inherit his enemies. Why do I say this? Because you'll be standing there, you'll be sitting there at home, thinking so-and-so is an enemy of my husband, because he belongs to a different political party or he comes from a different area. I tell you, you will be wrong. Don't inherit in his enemies, because tomorrow you'll find that those people that you thought were his enemies are his best friends, and you'll be left out. Be careful when you are handling his friends. Inherit his friends, but his enemies, let him deal with them the way he made them. After going through it all, I had a chance to marry. If I had a chance to marry him, I would marry him again. I would be happy to do it. But this time, I would marry him knowing I'm marrying a politician, not just an engineer only. But Raila never really stopped being a production engineer. It has been said, but he also practiced it. He started the East Africa Spectre, the company that manufacturing gas cylinders, and that is thriving in that. Those who are working for East Africa Spectre, please try to keep up his legacy of making it a real big industry that Raila intended it to be. Raila was always disturbed by the fact that Kenya was not moving as fast as he expected. At the turn of independence, Kenya was at par with countries like South Korea, with countries like Thailand. I think we're even ahead of many other large countries. But these countries have moved very fast. They've moved very fast to be first world countries. Kenya, we are still dragging a little. This thing can be changed. Many countries. In 1995, during the International Women's Decade that was in Beijing, we went to Beijing, the women of the world went to Beijing, and what I noticed that the tallest building in Beijing was the 4-story building, and it was a hotel. I also noticed, that's me, that many of the people who are working in Beijing, the Chinese, they were wearing what we call overalls, the things that industrialists wear in the factory. They were either yellow, red, blue, green, or any other. And everybody was moving in a rickshaw. Go to Beijing today, you can see a different. It can be done. Even in Kenya, we can change it. With hard work, determination, focus, we can change our country. And as I'm talking here, I know we are. Please focus in changing the country. Let's not seek leadership to enrich ourselves. Let's not seek leadership to acquire wealth for ourselves, but acquire wealth for Kenya and acquire wealth for our generation to come. In the name of RAILA, I appeal that we focus on national wealth instead of personal wealth. I appeal that we work on quality education, education that will lead us to be people that God made us to be. I appeal that we have our nation in order, correct our health institutions so that it gives us the kind of life that we need to live. There are many others. Dear Kenyans, today I surrender Raila to friends, family, and patriots who went ahead of him. I surrender Raila to eternity, and I surrender Raila to all the ages. I know he's comfortable where he is. I know he deserves to be in the company where he is. And I pray that when my time comes, I'll join him there in heaven realms. Fare thee well, my dear husband. Fare thee well, father of our children. Fare you well, the friends of many. If you were to start again, I would be there with you. Thank you, and may God bless you all for being here.
Your Excellencies, fellow mourners, we have given the family ample time to eulogize and pay tribute to our departed leader. I want to request that the speakers that will come from now to focus on the occasion of today and be very brief. And other than perhaps the president and the retired president and President Obasanjo, everyone else, no one should speak for more than 3 minutes. Otherwise, we'll be here until night. I want to urge us respectively to dignify the day by being brief and to the point. I want to request Honorable Millie Odhiambo to come and read out in acknowledgement all the names of the members of parliament present and say a few things before, after she finishes, so that I don't keep on coming here. We will have Senator Ledama Olekina. Both the two of them are the minority whips. Senator Olekina will come and introduce the senators.
Your Excellency, the President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, all the dignitaries here, Mama Ida, the smaller family of Baba, and the larger family of Baba, including the international family, I greet you in the name of our Lord God Jesus Christ. Your Excellency, my task is very little. As you know, sometimes I am called a bad girl. But for the sake of Baba today, when we are sending Baba, a man I respect and to whom I owe my political career to, I will be a good girl. Thank you very much. I told you I'll be a good girl and I do what I'm told. So before I go on to introduce the members of parliament, because that's how good I'm going to be, I'll request Honorable Dr. Raila Odinga to please join us back on stage. Pole pole sana. We are with you.
Yeah. These things, some things start early. When I was speaking here, I'm being reminded that I did not introduce the grandchildren. Raila had grandchildren. The ones who are here, we start with Safi. Safi said where you go to school.
I go to. Hello, everybody.
Can I speak? Yeah, it's English.
Oh, okay. I have a short speech, so okay. I will say my short speech for everybody. Okay. Hello, everybody. I hope everybody is doing good today. Thank you all for coming to have us mourn my grandfather. Today I stand before you not only as a Kenyan mourning the loss of a national icon, but a grandchild mourning the loss of our grandfather, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. While the world might remember him as the people's president, a political giant, a freedom fighter, I will always remember him as a man of quiet strength, fierce love, and unshakable purpose, my Babu, my hero. It is very hard to say goodbye to somebody, especially when you thought that person was immortal. I think of this situation as the ending of a great TV show. Like movie critics, we should focus not only on the ending, but what made the ending so impactful. The patient listener, a gentle teacher, the grandfather who never let the weight of the world stop him from showing up for all his family members, laughing with wisdom and with patience. When I was in school, I was part of a play. I wasn't the main character. I wasn't even a side character. I was a mere backup singer. I remember telling my grandfather how great I was, how happy I was to be in this play, and how I couldn't bear being in it. And I remember telling him, And I remember the morning of they were getting ready, they marked it for a chopper. My grandfather had managed to make it to my event. This is to show the type of person he was. No matter how big or small the achievement, he would always make sure to be there and make it known how proud of you he was. He had a way of making you feel like you were the most important person in the room. As I stand here looking at your casket, I'm not afraid to admit that my next achievement will be 10 times heavier, knowing that one of my biggest cheerleaders is no more. So today, as we bid him farewell, we're not just burying a man, we're burying a legend. And I want to say this especially to my Kenyan people. We are the legacy. If you ever doubted your voice, doubted that you mattered, remember him. If you ever felt too small to make a difference, remember him. Remember, he was not born a legend. He became one by showing up, by speaking up and refusing to sit down and be silent when it was easier. I used my time to keep this legacy alive and remind the nation that not only was there so much greatness in him, but there's as much greatness in you as well. To quote him, you can only live once, but if you live it right, once is enough. Joey! 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 Thank you. Oh, sorry, I'm Safi. And I go to school in the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. I now use this opportunity to introduce my other cousins. Come on.
Hello, everybody. My name is RAILA Odinga. I stand here before you not just as a young Kenyan, but as a proud granddaughter of the now late Honorable RAILA Amolo Odinga. To the world, he's a statesman, a leader, a freedom fighter, a symbol of Kenya's struggles for democracy and justice. But to me, he's always been more than the headlines, crowns, or politics. To me, he's my grandfather, a warm, wise. He was always warm, wise, and always full of stories, laughter, and love. Some of my earliest memories of my grandpa are sitting beside his side, listening to all the stories he told me about our country, about where we've come from, and about why he chose to fight, and about Kenya. And I really miss him, and I still can't believe this is happening. Rest in peace, Baba.
There's also RAILA Odinga, who unfortunately is not here with us. But as soon as he arrives, he will be able to speak for himself. Now we have Safi and Senai. These are children of Rosemary. Alai is a son of my late son, Fidel Castro Odinga. He's the one who is not here with us today. But yeah, it's live. Then we have Lion Amolo Odinga and Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. The two boys are the sons of Junior. Thank you very much. May God bless you. Now you know who the Odingas are. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you. Okay. Sorry, good girls.
Thank you, Mama. Now we can see that even though Baba has gone, there are many people who have taken after Baba in that family. Because Baba held our hands, Mama, we will also hold your hand. And we will hold the hands of Winnie, we will hold the hands of Rosemary, and we will hold the hands of Junior. I would like to request the members of the National Assembly who are here to be upstanding. Rene Mayaka, you will help me from where you are. If I forget anybody, I've declared you my assistant. And if I call you, you sit down so that if I don't call you, I will know who I've not called. And if I don't call you, please, I don't have anything against you. Even though at heart I'm Gen Z, there's a disease that has caught up with me of late. It's called menopause. So Moses Wetangula as a speaker is not standing. And I would want to acknowledge the area member of parliament, Honorable Gideon Ochanda. I want to acknowledge the woman representative of this area, Honorable Dr. Christine Ombaka. The rest I'll call you very quickly, but I know Kimani and Junet will have a chance, the parliamentary leadership, but I'll just acknowledge you. Honorable Kimani Ichungwa, Honorable Junet Mohammed, Honorable Owen Baya, and Honorable Mark Mwenje, those are in the leadership. I wish to acknowledge Honorable Peter Kaluma, Honorable Rashid Bedzimba, Honorable Rachel Ameso, former Member of Parliament but also PSC Commissioner, Honorable Martin Owino Wood Chief, Honorable Farah Maalim, Honorable George Aladwa, Pokwome, the tallest man in Parliament, Honorable Mugabe Innocent, Honorable Otiende Amolo Daktari, and I want to thank you so much for the work you have done in the committee, Honorable Tom Odege, Honorable TJ Kajwang, Honorable Nabi Nabwera, Honorable Elisha Odhiambo, Honorable Gertrude Mbeyu, Honorable Felix Jalango, aka Jalas, Honorable John Ariko, Honorable Fatuma Mohammed Full Network, Honorable Rosa Buyu Duase, Honorable Eve Akinyo Bara, Honorable Beatrice Elachi, Honorable Esther Pasaris, Honorable Irene Mayaka, Honorable Babu Owino, Honorable Naika Johnson, Honorable Oku Kaunya, Honorable Samuel Atandi, Chair of Budget, Honorable Shakil Shabir, Honorable Oyula, Honorable Mark Nyabita, Honorable Aduma Owuor, Honorable Joshua Ngeno, Honorable Tindi Mwale, Honorable Badi Twalib, Honorable Dr. Lillian Gogo, Honorable Jared Oyo Wura, Honorable Mishi Mboko, who is also a PSC Commissioner, Honorable Paul Abuor, myself, Emilio Diambo, of course, Honorable Chonga, Honorable Raphael Wanjala, Honorable Dixon Maungu, Honorable Dr. James Nyikal, who is also the chairman of Dual, Honorable Oscar Nabulindo, Honorable Peter Masara, Honorable Jen Kagiri, Honorable Mark Mwenje, Honorable Manduku, Honorable Rehab Mukami, Honorable Doris Donya, Honorable Lillian Sioi, Honorable Sabina Chege, Honorable Irene Njoki, Honorable Geoffrey Odanga, Honorable Caleb Amisi, Honorable Joyce, I can't see, Honorable Sudi, Oscar Sudi, Honorable Mwalimu Orero, Umi Harun, Honorable Catherine Omanyo, Honorable Fatuma Jeho, Honorable Amina Mnyazi, Honorable Kombe, Honorable Machele, anybody remaining? I think I am done with the National Assembly and Your Excellency the day. Oh, Honorable Boko Milema, you are hidden there, that's why I can't see you. Thank you. And Deputy President, I just want to say that I talked to Baba on Monday evening when he was with Adiambo, and I want to confirm that what he said the same thing to me, that we need to be united as a party. And he told me in Kijaluo, Odwa, and Ot Achia. And then Baba also told me, jokingly, because when I asked him, Baba, how are you? He told me, Amilo, I am fine. In fact, in the morning, I walked all around. I am even surprised there are people who have killed me in Kenya and have already buried me. I want to tell you, as Jokanyanam, that for those who killed Baba and buried Baba before his time, because we are Christians, we forgive you. But we will never forget. But we also want to tell you, that for those